Welcome to Coach's Corner, everybody. On this Thursday night, I'm your host, Coach Tripp, along with my buddy, Coach Hobbs.
Peace.
Mark Hobley, Coach PHS. I coached for about 15 years, high school here in Pensacola, Florida, the Redneck Riviera. And we're going to cover high school football and college football. That's right. We give our picks every week. And I don't know. I keep track of the college picks. Hobbs keeps track of the high school picks. I got a couple game lead, I think.
Yes. You have a 2-game lead.
Ooh, that's not much.
Yeah, 2-game lead with 2 weeks to play. This is week 10, and you're really tearing it up, Coach. I think you're picking at about 86%. So
okay,
you're tearing it up.
Good, man. Well, we got 11 games this week.
Yes, sir.
And they're really hard to pick. They're getting harder because there's district titles on the line tomorrow night on Friday night. Let's start it off. Navarre 1-7 at Pace 7-1, 7:30. Pace hosts Milton next week. Will be the last regular season game for I think both of them. Pace and Milton, the rivalry next week. Pace is gonna just whoop Navarre.
Yeah, I think.
Pace looks like one of the best teams around in the area. So
yes,
Pace is going to move on. That Pace Milton next week, that might be the game of the week.
Yes, that should be very interesting.
Yeah, 2 best teams in the area, 2 other best teams in the area. Let's go to number 2. One of the second best teams, Milton, 7-1 after going 0-10. Great job by Ronnie Douglas and staff. Sawyer Smith, the quarterback coach over there for Hall, the kid that's committed to Florida to play safety, playing quarterback and safety. They're 7-1, and they're at Niceville. 4-4. Yeah, I know. Niceville and 4-4 don't really go together.
Not at all.
But it's tough to beat them at home over there.
Very, very, very tough. One of the best high school atmospheres in the state of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be a little bit too much for Milton to overcome.
Are you going to Niceville?
Yeah.
All right. You got to catch up. That's not a bad pick. I mean, this is a 50-50 game.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good hedge bet. Crestview 4-3, better than the record as they beat Escambia last week. They're at Tate, who's 6-2. It's 7:00 on Friday night, and Tate lost their quarterback Miles. I talked to his dad the other day. He's in good spirits, but they haven't had the offense since he's been gone. Struggling a little bit on defense. I think Crestview over Tate in a tight one at Tate Field.
Well, actually, this game's at Crestview.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this game's at Crestview.
Okay.
And Crestview has a very interesting schedule. The last 5 games of the year are at Crestview.
Wow.
Yeah, last 5 games. They have
straight home games.
They won't leave home since 10-3 since September.
Yeah, no wonder they had a couple losses. But they're a better than 4-3 team. Tate's had a little bit weaker schedule than Crestview. That's why I'm taking Crestview. Who you got, Hobbs?
I like Crestview in this. They've lost to Milton at 7-1. They've lost to Choctaw at 8-0, and they've lost to Pace at 7-1.
There you go.
So that's like 22-2 right
They played
there.
a tougher schedule.
A lot tougher schedule.
We agree. Crestview in a close one over Tate. All right, game 4. This is huge, and I'm going to the first half of this. Because I want to see Escambia 3-5 at Pine Forest 2-5, 7:00 kickoff. Coach Bennett, his buddy and my buddy, they've turned things around after 0-4 start, playing a little bit better. Pine Forest is playing better without a doubt as they start out. So these are 2 teams that this is for the whole shebang.
Yes, sir. It sure is. Pine Forest is 2-5. Their 5 losses are to 7-2 Daphne, 4-4 Niceville, 8-0 Choctaw, 4-3 Crestview, 7-1 Pace. All 5 teams will be playoff teams.
Oh my gosh.
The freshman team is 4-0, and the JV is 2-1. So don't cry for Pine Forest just yet.
No, because they are in the playoffs. And let's get you a quick update on what the playoff structure looks like.
Yes.
Okay. West Florida last week, it was 7th or 8th now in 3A. Washington, they were 7th in 4A. They stay in it?
They're still in it. Yeah,
awesome.
They're at 8 seed.
Awesome. And Pine Forest dropped from 6th to 7th in 4A, and Escambia dropped from 5th to 6th in 4A. So they're all in the playoffs still, looking for a district title to secure their spot. Otherwise, they got to hope for a bit.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's move on to the next game. Washington 4-4 at Destin 1-7. Destin just doesn't have the team to stay with Washington at 4-4. Washington, is this right? Booker T's last regular season game?
Yes, it is. They have 9 games. They have open week next week.
That's going to hurt them in the playoff.
That could hurt. They might need some help. They're going to have to win. They'll be 5-4. Now, Pine Forest made it last year at 5-5.
Okay.
I don't see why you wouldn't make it at 5-4, but
they are hanging on in number 8 and 4A in the region.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
So, gosh, if that number 9 or 10 team wins, or can just hope 7th and 6th loses. Okay.
Exactly.
So that's where they're at. They're West Florida 4-4. We talked about them. They're hanging on to a playoff spot, 7th or 8th, right? In the region Class 3A. Okay, West Florida's in 3A.
I would like to say a little thing about West Florida. Summy's doing a great job over there. They've lost, I think, 2 overtime games or something like that. They lost to Bay 37-38. They had a 7-0 lead at halftime, and Bay scored 7 in the third, and both teams combined for 45 points in the fourth quarter. Then they went. Then West Florida Tech lost in overtime by one point. So, and then they had a 20-27 loss to Milton last week. So West Florida losses are 7-1 Bay, 7-1 Milton, 6-2 Tate, and 4-4 Booker T. Washington. They lost early in the year to that one. So actually,
well, we saw that game.
We saw that. Yeah, we saw that game. Yeah.
Okay, so they're still in it. They got chances. They're playing well. It's a good time to pick up a win over PHS, which is struggling because their numbers are down a little bit. They're young. They've had some injuries. We're not making excuses for them, but they're just struggling right now. They have been scoring some more points. They might be getting their corners back. I'm not sure about that, but I know the 2 starting corners were injured. Relying on a couple sophomores. They're a year away. West Florida in that one, right?
Yes,
All right, we're both taking Washington, West Florida. Gulf Breeze 0-8 at Mosley, 7-1. This won't be a contest. It'll be over at halftime. The clock will be running.
Yep, I think this game's down in Mosley tonight. Let's just hope Gulf Breeze can regroup and get ready for next year. That's
right. Central, Alabama 0-8 at Northview 1-7. I don't know anything about Central Alabama. But 0-8, Northview's playing a little bit better. They got to win. I think they're got some momentum going. I'm going with Northview.
I like the pick as well.
All right, Jay 4-4. Talk about momentum. They started out slow, tough schedule as it is. They've won 3 out of 4. They're playing at Weewa Hitchka, pretty good 2-5 team. But I'm taking Jay.
Yeah, I like the rolls in that one as well.
Okay, and South Walton 6-2 at Catholic 7-1. I don't know much about South Walton, to be honest with you. But I think Catholic's schedule might be a little bit tougher. They're playing at home. I'm taking my old team, the Satyrs.
Well, right now, I think Bobby Clayton should be in the talk for Coach of the Year.
Oh, good point, Coach.
And that's what I would say. My top 4 would be Bobby Clayton over there at Catholic, and obviously Sammy at West Florida. And then you got to go with Ronnie and the guy at Pace.
Oh, yeah, Ronnie. Come on, man.
And
10 to 7-1. They got to give it to Ronnie, even though let's give kudos and let's give flowers to Coach Chat.
Coach
over at Catholic.
That guy has probably Ronnie probably had some wins built in there. They were probably a 5 or 6 win team last year. They've got 2 more games. I had them at 7-3, and they got some work to do.
Yeah, Bobby Clayton lost those guys, man. At the beginning of the year, they could have folded the tents. They could have folded the tents, but he rallied the troops, and they're playing at a high level. They're getting better as the year goes on, and that's what I look at, Hobbs.
Yeah,
I look at teams that are getting better throughout the year. Not so much, even colleges. I want to see who's trending up, who's getting better, who's getting worse, who's not, who's inconsistent, stuff like that.
Yes.
All right, let's take the last game of the Lighthouse Private Christian 3-5 at Central 1-6. Coach got his first win last week. I think they rallied in win number 2.
I think so too. But I checked the Pensacola News Journal. Now those guys picked Lighthouse Point to win that one. And
good, we'll catch one on them.
Yeah.
We can only hope.
Yep.
All right, that wraps up high school football here in the Panhandle. Let's jump over to college football. Last week we didn't have a good week, Hobbs. I was 7-6. You were 4-9. 59% against the spread, which is need to be at 60. 48-33 or 37-44. We got 11. I think I'm going to pick 10 or 11 games this week. And let's start out. Ohio State has a bye. Indiana, the surprise, the losingest college football Power 5 team is number 2 in the country. What? And you say it's talent or money or all that? No. It's coaching. It's coaching. Coach Kurt Signetti is in the tree of Saban, and he obviously paid attention from 2007 to 2010, the time he was there, and he knows what he's doing, man. He's a no-frills guy type of guy, too, man. Signetti is. He's tough as nails.
Just signed a contract, long-term contract.
Yeah, they were smart to wrap him up, man, because I know Penn State and some others would have, Florida, all of them would have gone after him, man.
Yeah.
So that was smart Indiana to wrap him up early. 24.5-point favorites, who UCLA has won 3 in a row after losing 4 in a row after getting rid of their coach, got that new offensive coordinator, Rick Neuheisel's son. I played with Rick Neuheisel in Tampa. So UCLA. I don't even touch, I don't touch games really over 20, 30 points usually. Usually you like to pick close games. That's why we're just talking about top 20 teams. We don't even go into any other schools. We're not touching that one. Texas A&M. Well, third in the country, 2.5-point favorites at LSU. I know it's at LSU. Hell, I played at LSU. We won at LSU. It doesn't matter. Texas A&M's a much better team. I'm taking Texas A&M and giving up the 2.5 points.
I'll take those 2.5 points in Death Valley.
Okay, taking the home. All right,
it's a daytime.
It's at night. It's at night.
I'll take 2.5 at night.
Just A&M players, just keep your helmets on. That's all. Just so I'm getting hit by whiskey bottles. Yeah. All right, Bama. I had to do that a few times. All right, Bama. Bama 13.5-point favorites at South Carolina, 2:30 on ABC. My old teammate and friend Mike Shula is the OC at South Carolina. So respect to my buddy. I love you, Shu, but it's Bama coming hard, man. I'm taking Bama and giving up the points.
I'm taking those points there.
All right, Hobbs, grab them and go. Grab them and go. It'll be over with at halftime. Georgia's got a bye. Oregon hosting Wisconsin. What has happened to Wisconsin? Have they fallen off the cliff? 34.5-point favorites. We're not touching that. Georgia Tech is a really good team. 17.5-point favorites hosting Syracuse. Syracuse is up and down like a yo-yo. You don't know what Syracuse team's going to show up. We're not touching that high point spread. Let's go to Ole Miss, number 8 in the country, giving up. No, they're getting 4.5 points at Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma is that good. I'm taking Oklahoma.
Take the points.
All right. Taking Ole Miss. Miami, 30-point favorites over Stanford. Vandy, 10th in the country, 2.5-point favorites, hosting Missouri. I think Missouri and that running back are going to get unleashed. I think they got a plan on defense for that quarterback. I'm taking Missouri.
Wow. This is a tough game here.
Yeah, it is.
It's at Missouri or Vandy?
It's at Vandy.
It's at Vandy?
Yeah.
And they're laying 2.5. I'll take Vandy.
Take Vandy?
Yeah.
All right. I was going to be trying to catch up.
Yeah.
BYU, 7-0. Really good quarterback, good team, fullback, linebacker. They are given 2.5 at Iowa State, who's lost 2 in a row. But Iowa State's a good team, and I think they got a plan for BYU. I don't think BYU has seen the team Iowa State is, and they need to regroup. I think Iowa State's back's against the wall. BYU's riding this wave.
I like Iowa State as well.
Yep. All right, let's go. Notre Dame's got a bye. Oklahoma, we talked about. Texas Tech is hosting Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's fallen off, 39-point favorites. Whew. Wow. Missouri, we already talked about. Virginia, 16th in the country, 6-1, 9.5-point favorites at North Carolina. North Carolina just cannot stay with Virginia, even at 10 points.
It's hard to give up those 9.5, but I'll have to lay them. I'm with Virginia as well.
Tennessee's giving up 9.5 at Kentucky. Kentucky is not playing as well as they have in the last 5-7 years. I don't know what it is. They're 2-4, 645 on the SEC network. I'm going to take Tennessee. Their backs are against the wall. They want to try to stay in the playoffs. They're going to score a lot of points.
I hate giving up 9.5. I'll take Kentucky.
All right. They do play tough sometimes.
Yeah,
at home too. They do.
I don't trust Tennessee's not a very good team.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I don't think so indeed. South Florida is a good team, and they might capture that number 12 seed in the college football playoffs as that one highest ranked team. 3.5 points they're giving up at Memphis, who's 6-1, 11 o'clock on the Deuce on ESPN. I might watch some of that game. I'm taking South Florida. I'm a Bull believer.
I like that. I'm a Bull believer, but I'm taking Memphis at home.
All right, take Memphis at home. That's a huge conference game, too.
Yes.
Louisville's like 26-point favorites against Boston College. What has happened to Boston College? South Alabama, 1-6. They're a better 1-6 team than their record shows. They're 6.5-point favorites at Georgia State, who's also 1-6. That's actually tonight on Thursday night on ESPN.
Right.
On ESPN 2. I'm going to watch some of that. I'm taking South Alabama. Go Major Applewhite. He's named after my teammate, Major Ogilvy. So, God, you got to root for somebody like that.
All right.
Right? Who are you taking, Hobbs? South Alabama or Georgia State?
I'm going with the Jags.
Go with the Jags.
Yes.
All right, good. In our last game, excuse me, Auburn's given up 1.5 points at Arkansas. Wow, Auburn's man, they've played some tough games, but they found a way to lose. But they aren't a bad team. They're really not. They're pretty good defensively, not much offensively.
Right,
they can't score many points. Arkansas at home, Bobby Petrino, he's a good coach. You can say what you want. You can say what you want about riding motorcycles, but guy could coach. 11:45 in the SEC network. I might sneak some at that one. I'm going to take Arkansas.
I like the Hogs getting a 1.5 at home.
Yep. All right, that's our picks. And for high school, college, hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, sir.
Hobbs, it's always a blast when you come over. Local Sports Report. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go out and support your local high school football team.
Exactly.
Wherever you are, we're going to go out and I'm going to try to support 2 of them. I'm going to 2 games. All right. This show is brought to you by Sandy Sansing Chevrolet. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great sports week. We'll talk to you soon. So long.
When it comes to buying your next car, truck, or SUV, you need a team that puts you first. Here at the Sandy Sansing dealerships, we're proud to serve Pensacola and the Gulf Coast with the best selection, trusted service, and deals that work for your family. Just like great coaches build great teams, Sandy Sansing builds lasting relationships with every customer who walks through our doors. Because when it comes to finding your next vehicle, there's only one name to remember. Sandy Sansing can.
Arbitrium Consulting for all your fencing, landscaping, pressure washing, tree trimming needs. Call 850-483-0350 for your free estimates. Serving Pensacola, Gulf Breeze, Navarre, Fort Walton, Destin, Perdido, Gulf Shores, Foley, and the entire Gulf Coast. Arbitrium Consulting is owner-operated, fully licensed and insured. Call today, 850-483-0350, the official landscaper of Coach's Corner.
Hey, Bama fans, this is Will Moore, president of the Pensacola Bama Club. You can find us at PensacolaBamaClub.com. We are your official alumni chapter in the Pensacola and surrounding areas. Membership is available to all alumni and all Bama fans, so come see us at one of our many events throughout the year. Our Bama football watch parties are the next best thing to being in Bryant-Denny Stadium. We even serve authentic stadium hot dogs. Membership, event, and contact information will be found on our website at PensacolaBamaClub.com. Roll Tide.
Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates on your home and auto insurance? Yep, and that place is, ta-da, State Farm. Here's the deal. State Farm agent Will Rentschler is your go-to agent in Pensacola, Florida for the service you deserve at the price that you want. So stop shopping around. State Farm agent Will Rentschler has you covered. Call 850-433-4678 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Legal disclaimer, individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
When it comes to buggies and golf carts, nobody does it like Buggy Works. Hi, I'm JP Wibbs. We've got the largest selection of golf carts on the Gulf Coast. We have a brand new 10,000 square foot state-of-the-art service center and showroom to keep you rolling. We're right here in the heart of Car City at 5831 Pensacola Boulevard. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturdays 9 to 3. Check us out at buggyworks.com. Buggy Works. Come by and see why we're the #1 Denago dealer in the nation.
Are you riding around in a filthy vehicle? Dirty car no more. Visit Ronnie's Car Wash today to get it shining in no time. They have 3 convenient locations with another coming soon. The unlimited monthly wash packages start as low as $14.95 per month with free vacuums, multi-purpose spray and towels. Visit them in Gulf Breeze, Navarre, Fort Walton, and soon Crestview. Don't wait, wash today. Be sure to see Ronnie's Car Wash on Facebook to see the latest specials and discounts. You'll be riding and shining in no time.